So I just got out of watching the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. It hits theaters this week. Quick out of theater reaction, full review dropping tomorrow. Hit that like button, subscribe, you know the drill. But I'm just going to come right out and say this is an overlong, lesser version of the original. I believe the 2010 How to Train Your Dragon film is DreamWorks' best. I think it's their best movie. I adore it. But you go into a live action remake and you have a certain set of expectations. You know, is it going to be shot for shot? Are they going to change things, make some interesting moves? This is a shot for shot remake. And it feels a bit heartless because of it. Like, the intentions here are to sell tickets. I get it. It's a business at the end of the day, but this is a story you've seen before, and it's somehow about 30 minutes longer. Like, they added runtime, and I imagined it would be to maybe add some flashbacks or some scenes that aren't in the original, but it's almost like they just extended a bunch of these sequences to somehow make the movie nearly 2 hours, or I think over 2 hours. It's over long, and it kind of just feels like a bloated version of the original. What's weird is that, like, objectively, the story is great. The character arcs are there. I mean, they're present in the first, and that's why I think that animated film's an all-timer. But everything that's done here is done with less heart. The charm, the magic, all that's kind of missing. And so you get these moments that feel a bit hollow. For example, the test drive sequence. Yes, the score's great. It gives me chills in the originals, but here it's kind of like the cheap knockoff. And even like the small character moments don't hit the same. Now, again, it's a little unfair because the original How to Train Your Dragon, again, to me, the best DreamWorks film out there. But at the end of the day, this is just an inferior version of that. The comparison I keep making is when you're in high school, middle school, whatever it may be, and, you know, someone copies an assignment, the person who originated that assignment, that's going to get the higher grade. But if someone copies it and they switch a few things just to make it not look like plagiarism, they're going to get a worse grade. But it's basically the same paper, right? Or the same assignment. It's just the worst version. That's what this How to Train Your Dragon live action remake is. It doesn't nail the emotional beats. Like, the performances are fine. But if I get the How to Train Your Dragon bug, if I want to watch How to Train Your Dragon, I'm always going to the original because it's the one we love. It's the best version of the story. So this exists to sell tickets. It exists to promote Epic Universe. And I understand that business-wise. But as a movie, again, overlong and just missing the magic, the escapism almost of that first. Just doesn't hit on those emotional beats the same, which was unfortunate. It's totally watchable. It's not like an offensively bad movie. If you like How to Train Your Dragon, you could find some enjoyment with this. It's the same movie, just with human instead of animated characters and overlong. And if you know that going in, maybe you'll like it more than me, but you know, I go like 2.5, 3 out of 5. Like, it exists. I've seen it. Will I watch it again? Probably not. I'll just go to the original and be content. But that's my quick out of theater reaction, full in-depth review coming tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. But thank you guys, as always, for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.